Brought to you by Itel series.
All right. Mark, I would like to begin with you up first. I consider myself a huge Mumbai Indians fan, and just like me, a lot of fans out there want to hear from you about a lot of things. First up, it's a new and promising season ahead. Lots of new faces in the dressing room. So just want to know the key factors that you have focused on in the lead up to the season.
Yeah, first of all, I think it's just about getting to know the new characters within the dressing room as well. Trying to define different roles for each and every person. I think that's important, so they come into the setup and they know exactly how and where they fit in to the combinations that we want. Thankfully, there's been a lot of cricket that's been going on, so the guys have played a lot of cricket, so we feel that we're in a very good position at the moment from a player's perspective. The guys have been in good form as well. Obviously, there's injuries that you have to manage the entire time as well, which has been something that we've been looking closely at, and we've got a good medical team to be able to look after that as well. So, yeah, we're just trying to sort of give direction to the whole squad about how we want to play, the brand of cricket that we want to play. And I think we're in a good space at the moment. We've got a big start today. We've got our first warm-up game. And then 2 days later, we've got another warm-up game. So looking forward to a couple of the players putting up their hands for those final selections.
Awesome.
No, I think it's changed. Obviously it has changed. As you said, the dynamic has changed a bit. But with change, it brings new challenges, new perspectives, which is always good. And a little bit of freshness as well. We've got a new batch of players coming in as well, and who are eager to learn. And some of them their first time that they're coming into the IPL as well. So they're very energetic, which is always good. So I think it's we set up for a good season. Obviously, we want to start off well, and that's where my focus is at the moment. Is, as I said before, getting everyone going in the right direction, giving different role clarity to different players. But I think we're in a good space at the moment. We've had a history of maybe not starting off too well. So we've addressed that as well, and we hopefully found one or two things that we feel that we can do within the squad to make us more ready for that first game and hopefully get off to a good start. Not putting pressure on the players at all. If we get off to the normal start that we've had, then so be it. That's fine. We'll just have to catch up a bit. But hopefully the measures that we've put in place over the last sort of week and the few days to come is going to put us in a very good space to start the competition nice and strong.
Right. Still, some things never change. Fitness updates being one. Can we have an update on Surya and Madhushanka?
Yeah, so Surya at the moment is under the guidance of the Indian cricket team as well. So, we're just waiting for updates on that. I don't like to micromanage. We've got a world-class medical team that's in control of all of that. Yes, in the past we've been hampered by a few fitness issues. We're always going to be in that sort of domain of having fitness issues, as other teams are as well. Every time I look at my WhatsApp, there's reports of other teams also losing players. So, yeah, we trust our medical team that they're doing the right things. And look, if we lose one or two from fitness perspectives, it is what it is. That's sport, and we just have to keep on the right track and try to find replacements for that. Last year had its challenges with regards to our injuries at the beginning of the season, and obviously working under Roh was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. This year is a new challenge, working under a new captain as well. I've been a cricketer. I've played under different captains. I've played under different leadership coaches with different players. And as I said, it's great for me to be able to be in this situation, to get different perspectives and challenge me in different ways as well. So I've got no doubt that, Roh challenged me. Hardik's going to challenge me as well. I'm really looking forward to that challenge, and hopefully try to help him out as much as I can and get everyone going in the right direction to ultimately, the reason why we're here is to try and win a trophy. So if we can do that, I'm going to support the captain as much as possible. I think, first of all, credit's got to go to our scouts. They do a lot of work in the off-season. So there's a whole process that they follow. So a lot of credit's got to go to them for, first of all, finding the players. We can trust that when it comes to the auction, we get put in a few names in front of us, and we can, some of the players I've never seen play before. But I trust that the scouts have seen them, and we back their decisions as well. So any youngster who comes in is going to be talented. We've just got to try and find, as I said, keep mentioning role definition for each one of these characters. Some of them might come in, not with the thought of playing them immediately, but maybe just sort of blooding them in. A lot of the players and the great stars that you see in this Mumbai Indians team at the moment have come from a very young age through the whole scout system as well. So there's definite advantages to that. And as you'll see in our system at the moment as well, and in our squad, there are a lot of exciting, young, promising players. Last year was Nahal Wadera, who got opportunities and really performed well. This year we've got a couple of players as well. Don't want to give too much away, but we've got a couple of players that hopefully can, if given the opportunity, then they can come and hopefully be the next superstars for not only Mumbai Indians but also for Indian cricket. My question first on Hardik. Look, I didn't ever play against Hardik, thankfully. I think myself and him would have had quite a war out in the middle. He likes to stand his ground, and so do I. But yeah, I mean, it's watching him in the IPLs playing for India. I mean, you can only be in awe of the all-rounder that he is. He always wants to get involved in the game, whether it be with the bat or with the ball. What's great for me is that he loves the pressure moments as well, and he's done really well. He's excelled. Winners create winners, and he's won trophies for MI. He showed that he went to Gujarat and he won trophies there as well. So to have him back in our setup, it's only going to strengthen Mumbai Indians. So I'm very excited to have him sitting in the dugout, pick his brain. As I said earlier, different perspectives, different challenges, and I'm really looking forward to it. And as I said, our support staff will support him as much as he wants us to, and hopefully something comes of that. We're not going to put too much pressure on each other. I think if we do the right processes, the outcome will take care of itself. So very happy to have him sitting in our dugout. I don't want to see him in the dugout too much. I want to see him out in the middle because that means that we're doing well. I think, let me answer from the players' management perspective. Obviously, my job is coaching Mumbai Indians. I'm no longer a coach of an international team, so I'm going to be a little bit biased and say that we'd like our best players to be playing at all times. However, I have got a soft spot for the players, and no matter what happens, we'll always look at the player first and have his intentions at heart. So, we're not going to go out and play a player for the sake of playing him, knowing that he's going to get injured. I understand the professional world of sport today. There's certain players who might be carrying niggles. That's why I lean on my medical team to give me good advice of whether we can push a player or whether it's not a good idea to push a player. So we'll always have that interest of the player at heart, but hopefully we can keep them on the field. And bottom line is, sometimes you just got to back the player and ask the player how you're feeling. If he's not feeling up to it, there's enough honesty in our dressing room that I think he could come and chat to me and say, listen, coach, I'd like a break here. Or he might say to me, listen, I don't want to have a break. Sometimes you've got to fight that with the player as well, where the medical team say one thing and the player says the other thing. So it's a relationship and the trust that you form with your team and your team members, and also the medical team that make that decision. That's the beauty of the IPL, is that the auction, it changes dynamics of a lot of different teams and seasons. And Cameron Green had a fantastic season for us, and I think the way that he played, the exciting brand of cricket that he played was great from our perspective. As I said, auctions change, and we had a couple of holes in our team that we needed to fill up, and unfortunately we had to, we went with the decision to let go of him. But we've selected along the lines of looking at players that can hopefully fulfill that role again. We've got a couple of options available to us, and hopefully that guy can come in the big shoes that Cameron did have and fill them with flying colours. So yeah, Cam did have a great season for us, but we have earmarked one or two players to fulfill that. As I said earlier, we've addressed that. We understand that we haven't started off well in the last few seasons, so more than a few. I've just been reminded. We've addressed that issue. If he's got any ideas on how to solve that, please, I'm more than willing to listen to him. But we've put one or two things in place that we think might be the change. I don't want to put any pressure on the players. Hopefully it works for us. If it doesn't work for us, then we're just back to the good old usual. We're going to have to play a bit of catch up. I don't think it's changed immensely. As I said, with Hardik coming in, a couple of new perceptions on how we want to play. I think last year we showed signs of the sort of brand that we want to play, which is very exciting to me. You know, as I said, we had a couple of injury concerns, but this year we look like we're in a good place with regards to all the players and characters that we want to play a certain sort of brand. So I think the fans can expect a nice positive brand of cricket, and we want to allow the players to really go out there and express themselves, because we've got some immense talent within our squad, and I think Hardik's the type of captain who's going to take that on board as well, and he's a nice aggressive player as well. So I'm sure that every member within the team that walks onto the field is going to feel like they can go and win a game for us, and we're going to try to allow them to go dominate that space. I think Rohit's in fantastic form. I've been watching the games against England, and the way that he's hitting the ball, these movements into the ball are fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to Roh going out and really expressing himself. As you said, without the captaincy on his shoulders, I think all of us in Mumbai Indians are really excited to see him go out there and have a fantastic season for us. If he has a great season for us, we're going to be in the dying stages of the tournament, which is, I think, what we and the fans want. With regards to the overseas quartet, I mean, if you have a look at all the players that we've selected, we've got plenty of options. So I think that this season we can choose condition related. We'll have a look at and see which players best suit different conditions. The nice thing about our team and the squad is that we've got a lot of very, very good local players to choose from. You have a look at our batting lineup on paper. It's largely an Indian cricket team batting lineup. So that's a big advantage for us as well. There might even be situations where we only go in with three overseas players without giving too much away, and maybe have one or two options as impact players on the bench. And as I said, have a look at the conditions, see what's best going to suit us. So we are blessed in that regard, that we've got a lot of very good local Indian players. Does he remind me of Jacques Kallis? He's got a lot more hair than Jacques Kallis has. So that's a positive. His hair's going in the right direction. Look, Jacques is a fantastic cricketer, if not one of the greatest all-rounders that has ever been produced. And he's a good close friend of mine as well. So Hardik, even to be mentioned in Jacques Kallis' breath, I think he'd look at it and go like, "Yo, I've achieved something in life." So having a look at Hardik as an all-rounder, he can win you a match with the ball, and he can win you a match with the bat. So we are very privileged to have him at Mumbai Indians as well. And it's as I said before, I'm really looking forward to him challenging me and me challenging him in our relationship. So I'll probably be able to answer that once I've spent a bit more time with him as well. With regards to Nuwan and Mali, they come from the same country, they got the same action, so it's a match made in heaven, really. The conversations that they have, I can't say I understand them because it's in a different language, but I see the perfect coach for Nuwan. We first saw Nuwan, I first saw him in Abu Dhabi, and I was really surprised with his action and the way that he was delivering balls. So he's got that X factor about him, and who better to look after him than a guy he's probably looked at his action and tried to copy. So I think they're both in a very good space.
मैच से जुड़े आपके हर सवाल का हम देंगे जवाब। जानने के लिए हर अपडेट, लाइव एनालिसिस, स्पेशल इंटरव्यूज, डाउनलोड कीजिए स्पोर्ट्स तक ऐप।